You'll be hearing it in the street. Isikolo no Tohia. Ora is blessed. We have so many local delicacies that are very nutritional. Bye, hello, my. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on when this video is reaching you right now. We're here again to introduce one of our local delicacy. Another one, we did one before, and this is another one. And what we have here is what we call Isikolo in my local dialects, in Ora precisely. We have what we call Isikolo. These are the ingredients that we need to make it. So we have firstly our water yam. These are water yam, and we are using 1 medium size water yam for this recipe. Then we have palm oil. Okay, water yam in my dialect is called akogwe. Then we have the palm oil, which is called evi norai. Then we have the salt for taste. Then seasoning cube. The seasoning cube here is optional. Locally we don't add seasoning cube, but if you want to add, it's fine. So I have just 1 seasoning cube. Then we have the scotch bonnet pepper. We call scotch bonnet pepper in my place esinorai. Then we have onions, which we call alubasa. Then we have the crayfish, which we call ize. Then we have the leaf. This is what I'm going to use to wrap it. Then we have the mortar for pounding the pepper and the onions. The crayfish is already pounded. I use the mortar to pound it. Then we have the grater. This is what we are going to use to grate the water yam, which is the akogwe. Then leaf is called in my place ebe. I'm already peeling the water yam. Like I told us earlier, we're going to be peeling the water yam. Peeling the water yam. Isikolo is a street foodie that is being hot early morning in the streets of Ora. It's really yummy. It's very nutritious. Its nutritional values cannot be overemphasized. We try as much as possible to be generous with the palm oil, because the major ingredients for this recipe is this water yam and the palm oil. If you visit Ora and you've not had this, that means your visit is not complete yet. Early morning, you hear them hawking it in the street. Isikolo no Tohia. You'll be hearing it in the street. Isikolo no Tohia. Ora is blessed. We have so many local delicacies that are very nutritional. You can see it's thoroughly washed. So we cut it into sizable cubes that you'll be able to handle. Then we start the grating process. If I'm going to be grating it, there are 2 sides of this grater, so you use this other part that is rough. So if I'm going to be grating it, continue to grate it until we are done with everything. Grate it into a paste like this. Locally, there is a grater that is being constructed by carpenter. They use iron or metal stuff and wood to make the grater. It's a little bit bigger than. We are through. If you finish grating the water yam, this is how the paste should look, and the pepper and the onion, the red oil, the crayfish. We have the seasoning cube and the salt here. I'm going to be mixing everything together. I have my spatula here. So you start by mixing the bonnet pepper, which is SC, the onions alubasa, thoroughly washed, and I want to pound them now. I'm about pounding them. So I'll first of all add my pepper. I'm using about 8 balls of scotch bonnet pepper for this recipe, because you need heat for this. You need heat, depending on how much heat you can handle. You need it to be hot. If you don't like pepper, you can add according to your taste. You can also blend this pepper, but you do it roughly. It's not supposed to be smooth. You are blending it, just blend it roughly. I'm going to be adding the onion to it now. I didn't add the onion earlier because the onion was already sliced. So just kind of use the mortar to just on it a little bit to make it look translucent, kind of. Pounding the pepper. So now I'm trying to clean out the leaf, because you know this is been harvested from the forest, so it has a lot of dust and all that. So you just clean it out like you're seeing me do right now. It has 2 sides, so we use this other part of it. This one will be out while this is in. So when you are cleaning this other part that will be in, you really need to be very careful and make sure you clean it thoroughly and clean every dust that you can find on it. You repeat same process until you are done. The first thing I'm going to be adding here now is my salt. You add my salt. You test to adjust the taste. I think it's okay. Let me just introduce the seasoning cube. Normally I've never seen my mom using this, but I want to just try it. Let me see how it's going to come out. My mom usually will use just salt. I'll add a little bit of salt. I added just a seasoning cube. This is a medium size water yam we are using for this recipe. This is a medium size water yam. My mom usually will use her hand for this. She says it will mix evenly and then better. So she uses her hand. She'll just wash her hand and just use her hand to go over this process. I just love to use this spatula. The next thing I'm going to be introducing here now is the pepper mix. Pepper mix. This you add according to your taste. If you don't like too much heat, you can reduce the pepper. And the crayfish. I love crayfish, so I'm going to be very generous with this. I love crayfish a lot. I love crayfish. You see, that's nutritious. Very nutritious. Very nutritious. Our kids should be, introduced to things like this. Not every time rice and swallow. Things like this can help you to have alternative meals instead of just having repetition of food. You can try things like this. Your kids really will love it. You see, they are very nutritious and they have nutritional values, benefits. You can't get this, the benefit you get from this nutritional benefit, you can't get it from rice or eba or semo. We're going to be using a lot of palm oil because it needs enough palm oil. It requires a lot of palm oil. Like I told us earlier, palm oil and water yam are the main ingredients for this delicacy. Use more what and salt. With those three ingredients, you can just make it: salt, palm oil, and the water yam. You can make it. See that? You have to be careful with this process so that the oil doesn't spill over the bowl. Just careful. If you visit Ora and you've not tasted this street foodie, that means you have to revisit. Early in the morning, this was wakes you from sleep. Isikolo na Tohia. If you don't hear that, that means if you don't hear that early mornings, that means you've not visited Ora. Isikolo na Tohia. There are people who are specialists in this in Ora. My mom happens to be one of them. As a child, I helped my mommy to hug this early morning. From 5:30, we are all in the streets talking this. There are some families that use this for breakfast. It's actually for breakfast. They don't just bother to make breakfast in the morning. This is what they just use. They just wait for it, and that's what they use for breakfast. You see that? Look at the color now. See how it looks. Oh my. Look at that. Even without it being cooked, it looks yummy already. I normally will be lining the down of my pot with some leaf. This is to prevent the Isikolo from having direct contact with the pot, with the down of the pot. I'm going to be wrapping this directly into the pot because wrapping and dropping separately in another bowl and lifting again to put inside the pot is actually going to cause more harm than good. So we are going to just be wrapping directly into the pot. So I'm wrapping it already. We're wrapping it already. I'm using 2 spoons, scooping 2 spoons into it. As a child, as a growing child, I watched my mom do this almost every day. Except Sundays most time. Usually we make it overnight. We pre-cook it overnight so warm in the morning because of how early it is being hot. Now I'm done wrapping everything. This is what we have. From that medium size yam, I have about 12 wraps of Isikolo from it. Now I'm going to be adding water. The way you add the water, you add it at the corners of the pots. You don't just pour the water there, add it to the corners of the pot and let it just cover the same level with the Isikolo. Now you don't have to spill it over. and cover it very tightly to boil. We'll boil it for about 35 to 40 minutes. Isikolo is ready. We've been boiling it for the past 40 minutes, and after boiling it, this is what it looks like. As you can see, we're about to start the eating process. Wow, look at that. You see that? See that? Traditionally, it is eaten with hand. You can use a fork, but I choose to use my hands. It's hot, but not too hot for my hands not to be able to handle. I learned to eat it with my hands from childhood, so I think I can still deal with it with my hands now. So you just start eating it. Hey, let me try to cut it open so you can see what the inside looks like. See that? See that? It looks yummy, so beautiful, and the aroma is out of this world. Tastes really good. You see? Tastes really good. I've not had this in a long time, and this is nice. Tastes really nice, yummy. You can try this at home for your kids or the whole family. It's really nutritious. I'm almost through with the first wrap. I'm going to eat up to 3 wraps. God bless Sora. God bless Owan. God bless Edo State, and God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. See you guys. See you on my next one.
Wey vero uzoka ukpama mama ebimanye Isikolo uzoka. Wow. This akogwe, which is what I am, is in Florida, and I'm going to try it. Vero, we are very happy that you're helping us to learn how to make oral foods again. These are the list of ingredients that you need. You can practice it in your house. I will be doing it from Adubege's kitchen. When my kitchen is ready, remember my kitchen is under construction. Vero, thank you very much. Vasel Iriora.